The stories that I am telling these days are collected by the Lao, told to me by the Lao, were part of a story circle grant. And if you can imagine, we were in a little non-profit called Lao Assistance Center. And one day when I went there to see who would tell me stories, there was this wonderful monk, a Ajahn, and he sat very, very quietly. And I said to Ajahn, through an interpreter, Sunny, can you tell me any wisdom story? And he said, I have lots. And he began to tell me this story, which is called The Old Man and the Steel Box. So once upon a time, there was a father, and he was a very good father. He worked very, very hard, but he wasn't good with his money. He never saved any money. And he would go off into the mines and work in the mines and come back. Well, it got to be the point it was time to retire. And in the Lao culture, in many Southeast Asian cultures, the elders will expect the children to take care of them. So the father went to his eldest daughter, and he stayed there a while, but his son-in-law, the eldest daughter's husband, started to complain to the wife. He said, oh, this old man, he's eating so much food, he's taking up so much space here, he can't stay. Well, the old man, when he heard this, was very sad, so he went to another of his children. But something similar happened there. The family complained about the amount of food that the old elder was eating and the space. And he bounced around from one family to another through all his children. One day, he called his children together. These were grown-up children. And he said, oh, I had a call from the mine. He said, I'm going to go back and work in the mine more. So I'll be gone, maybe a few years. And off he went. And the family was sad to see him go, but relieved. That was the end of the problem for a while. So he disappeared for many years working in the mine. And then one day, they saw the father coming back to the village along the road, and he was pulling a whole heavy steel box behind him. Now, my goodness, what has father got in his box? And the box was all chained up, and wow, they said, I bet he's got gold. He must have valuables from the mine, maybe rubies. Oh, father, please come to stay with us. Come and stay in my house. So, this time, the eldest daughter, was delighted to have him here because of all this treasure he might have that she would inherit. And then after a few months, the other daughter would say, oh no, father, come stay with me. And he would go and stay with the other daughter and the other son. And it was like this for quite a while. All the children were as they should be. They cared for the elder. So then, the father, he did die. All the family came together. And they said, what's in the box? Pull out the box that had been kept there and was still with rope and chains all around it. And they brought the box out, and they broke open this chest, and they tipped it open. Out fell just ugly rocks. Nothing valuable, just a big pile of rocks. But there was a letter in the chest. In the rocks was a letter. And the eldest daughter got the letter, and she read this letter, and she thought, well, is this a will? But it was a message from the father. And he said, children, he said, you seem to think that this box was very, very valuable, so I have left it for you. But that's all I have. My treasure to you is what I have learned. Children, all through your life, be good to each other, and any time you make some money, just save a little bit of it. I didn't do that, but save a little bit of your money, and then you will be fine in your old age. So that was the story from Ajahn from Laos. And you know, I've looked in books of Lao folk tales. I don't find this story ever being collected, written down. So I think in Minnesota, we are hearing this wisdom story maybe for the first time in English.